Now, what we want to do next is we want to take these shapes and save them as files we can use later on. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select just the face I want to be the hero. Now I don't want to save these as a PowerPoint show. It's not file and save. I want to select the shape and then right mouse click and save as picture. Now I'm going to save this into my user space, and then I'm going to find my Year 8 Computing and IT folder, and I'm going to find Maze Game, and I've got Maze Game resources. And I've got various bits and pieces in here, and I'm going to save that as my hero. I'm going to click save. I'm going to do the same thing now with the block. So again, right mouse click. I'm just going to call that block. I'm going to right mouse click on this one, and I'm just going to save as picture. I'm going to call that food. So I've now got a hero, a block to make the maze out of, and some food for the hero to eat. Now, so I need to now put these pictures into Game Maker. Now, in Game Maker, pictures that you use are called sprites. And I can either click on the little red face here, and that will make a new sprite. Or, if I want, I can click on Resources and Create Sprite. Excuse me. I'm going to start with Sprite 0 now. You don't want to have things without names. So this is going to be my hero. And it says, okay, load the picture you want to be the hero, which in my case, if I go to change these to pictures, I can see it's that one. I'm going to open that up, and it's a bit big, but we'll come back to looking at the size later. So the second one here is going to be, I'm going to call this the wall, because these are the blocks I'm going to use to make the wall. And I'm going to call that's block. And OK. And resources, create a sprite. The last one I want to create is food. And that's my food there. And OK. So I've now put into my game 3 pictures. Now, so all I've done so far is put the pictures. Now, all of these things I want to be able to do something. They're not just going to be pictures in the game. I'm actually to do something in the game. Now, for that to happen, we need to also create objects. Objects can do things like move, or block things ways, or be eaten. So if we want something in the game to actually be able to do something, we need to also create them as objects. So resources, create an object, and I'm just going to give them exactly the same names. And it says, okay, there's your hero. Which picture do you want to use for your hero? Well, I want to use the hero for my hero. Resources, create object. My second object, again, exactly the same name, the wall. And the wall needs to be able to block the way of the hero. That's the whole point of a wall. So it needs to be able to do something, so it needs to be an object. And finally, I now need my last one, which is the food. And again, the food needs to be able to do something. It needs to be able to be eaten. So it needs to be able to do something in the game, and therefore it needs to be an object as well.